Good evening and welcome to the first Hoops Friday night of the season. I'm Tony Quash, alongside Dave Saseski. Dave, it's basketball season, man.
That's right, Tony. It feels so good to be back on the hardwood floor. We have over 10 basketball games to get to. We'll start off our show in Allen County, where the Elida tip-off got underway at the Fieldhouse. A lot of anticipation ahead of this one, and that's why it's our Hoops Spotlight game of the week.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
Classic from the Fieldhouse opening game. Elida's Matt Tabler and Bass Sean Powell entering their second season at the helm as their head coach at the respected school. Picking things up in the second half, Jackson Koval finds Zori Island, who lets it go from beyond the arc, and he nails a triple try, 35-29 Dogs. A couple minutes later, Koval off the rebound. David Etzkorn pushes it up to Seth Sharp, who can't finish it. However, Engels there with the board, goes up with the bucket and the foul, would miss the free throw. However, lead pushed to 39-29. Bulldogs offense clicking. Etzkorn this time finds Tanner Roberts for the short jumper, 41-29 now. Bath looking for offense out of the timeout, and that's Drake Craddock. Drives to the lane and finds a wide open Jackson Foster, who drains the long-range J, 41-32. However, the Bulldogs just too much. Camden Howard with the runner for two. Elida wins 60-44. They play Shawnee tomorrow in game 2. To Spencerville we go, where the Bearcats host the St. Henry Redskins in a battle of MAC and NWC. Bearcats 21-4 last season and third in the NWC, looking to build off that success this season. Picking it up in the first. Good ball moving around the perimeter. Gets the rock to Evan Bowers. His three-point attempt is good. St. Henry ties things up at 8. St. Henry with the ball again as Chris Puthoff drives to the lane and stops to put that up in the mid-range jumper. Redskins take a 12-11 lead. Bearcats down 4 now. Carter Sudoff passes it outside and double team to finds Dylan Smith for the shot downtown. Bearcats down 14-16. Bearcats, Redskins with their road opener here next.
To America's friendliest city we go, where we have a clash between the WBL's Wapakoneta Redskins and NWC Jefferson Wildcats. We start things off in the second half. Jefferson finds himself down 16-14, but they would take the lead as Andrew Miller hits the three ball to make it 17-16. Later in the quarter, Logan Crow gets the ball from Jackson Coulter, and he gets the basket inside the paint. We're all tied up at 18. To the fourth we go. Jeff Cats up by 1. Nate Metzger fires it over to Cash Shadow, who gives Wildpack a 23-22 lead. The Wildcats march right back. Next possession, Levi Rohde takes the ball and decides to drive it in himself. Jefferson goes on to win, 30-25. We're going to take a quick break on Your News Now Sports. When we come back, we have more hoops action from Hardin and Putnam County. Stick around for those. Welcome back. It's NWC versus NWCC as the Lincoln View Lancers and the USV Rams clash at the Alumni Fieldhouse. The Rams are coming off a 20-4 campaign from 2021. The Lancers look to bounce back from 5-18 mark last season. First possession for Lincoln View, Cal Evans pulls up and knocks down the mid-range J. Lancers with an early 2-point lead. On the other hand, Alex Sanders with a hand in his face. He hits a jumper of his own. That ties things up at 2. Later in the quarter, it's number 3, hanging 3 on the board. Austin Bachrath gives his team a 2-point advantage. Here come the Rams. Underwood with the ball. He drains the long jumper. USV goes on to win, 50-34.
Over to the village of Dunkirk now as we have a BVC versus NWCC matchup. Liberty Benton on the road taking on Hardin Northern this evening. We head to the third quarter where Noah Trevino takes it down the lane uncontested for the bucket. Eagles lead 40-24. A few minutes later, Eagles go down to Cameron Garlock with a reverse up and in, 42-24 now, 44-24. Are you sensing a trend? More points in the paint. This time, Garlock to Carson Conaway with the jump hook. That pushes it to 44-24. Polar Bears fighting back, however. Zeb Wilson says the bank's open. He gets the 2. However, the Carson Conaway dagger puts it at 60-38. LB wins. We now go to Justin Dirks, who has more action from Putnam County.
Thanks, Dave. The Perry Commodores start tonight defending their 2021 NWCC championship. They head to Pandora Gilboa to take on the defending BVC champions and PCL co-champions, the Rockets. To the launch pad we go. The Perry Commodores 19-6 last season. Pandora Gilboa 15-7. Let's see what happens. We pick up the action late in the second half, early in the second half, 33-25 PG. As the Rockets get the fast break points with the finish from Jake Mag. Rockets up 35-25. On the other end, Elijah Caudill swings it out to Isaiah Sanders, who drains the three ball from downtown. Perry still down 28-35 now. Rockets doing their thing on offense tonight. Aiden Harris hits the tray. That makes it 40-28 Rockets. Then Cameron Moore misses his shot, then gets the board off of Jason Thomas's miss to get the putback in himself. Perry down 35-46, but that wouldn't be enough. Offensive rebounds helped the Rockets get the home opening win tonight, 72-47. To Continental we go, where the Pirates from the PCL hosting the Paulding Panthers from the GMC at the Pirates Cove. Towards the end of the first quarter, Nick Mans dishes it inside to Ethan Foltz, who muscles his way inside for the lay-in. Paulding goes up 12-6. Now they reverse roles as Foltz dishes it out to Mans for the three from downtown. That makes it 15-9 Panthers. On the other end, Connor "Nip" Williams feels the pressure but finds Carson Etter in the corner. He knocks down the three. Pirates down 17-33. Now Pirates down 20 off the steal. Connor "Nip" Williams drives the lane. He'll get the basket and one. However, the Panthers would be too much for the Pirates as Kane Jones goes ISO for the score here. Paulding wins their road opener 70-48. And we head to the Fort, where the Arlington Red Devils and the Fort Jennings Musketeers square off in a non-conference action. We start in the first quarter. Arlington leads 8-2. They extend their lead after Ryler Essinger gets the pass, evades the steal, and uses the glass to convert. It's now 10-2. Moments later, Essinger gets the ball inside, and he is swarmed, but he's able to find Brady Griggs, who lets it fly from three. It's good. It's now 13-2. Musketeers in the scoring run from Arlington as Jaron Swick is able to get his shot to fall. It's 16-4 now. We head to the middle of the second. Arlington still leading. Look at this full court play. It's Luke Metzger to Caden Russell and then to Jared Griggs, who gets the basket to fall, making it 22-5. Arlington goes on to win 61-33. Bringing more hoops action from Van Buren and Corey Rawson. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. The Van Buren Black Knights took on Northwood Rangers from the Toledo Athletic Conference. The Black Knights look to rebound from an 8-14 campaign last season. In the opening quarter, Jackson Gregory feeds it to Parker Beilhartz, and the junior finishes with the right. Van Buren trails 5-3. Then Peter Harrington finds Beilhartz in the paint, and he drops it in for two more. Van Buren still down by 2. Now Harrington connects with Beilhartz once more, this time from beyond the arc, and he knocks down the three ball. Black Knights take a 1-point lead. Let's run it back once more. Harrington to Beilhartz, and he cans another tray. The juniors score the first 10 points for the Van Buren Black Knights, and they will go on to win 67-62. Another BVC program is in action. The Boston Hornets battle Capital Christian, who won last year's OCSAA state crown. We pick things up in the third. Corey Rosson up by 16. Here's Preston Stump knocking down the three ball. Hornets have a 19-point lead. Now it's Eric Davis gliding to the hoop for the easy lay-in. Corey Rosson now leads 43-24. Later, it's Wilson Garmarter connecting with Michael Bexler, and the senior hits the long J. Hornets take a 21-point lead. Corey Rosson feeling it tonight. Brandon Stuckey buries the three ball right in front of us. Hornets roll to a 77-43 victory.
WBL versus PCL with Ottawa Glandorf taking on Coletta at the Palace. Brooke Earhart with 8 of her team's 27 last game. OG with Katie Kaufman, second team all WBL last season. First quarter, Meredith Bachrath drives to the lane and finds Camille Hovis for the bucket. 2-0 Lady Cats. Couple possessions later, Colida on the fast break as Andrea Berge with a nice bounce pass to Malia Romes, who sinks it in 4-0 now. But the Lady Titans coming back in a big way. Off the steal pass from Emma Brinkman all the way to Carson Erford, who hits the layup. 8-2 OG on the board. Again, defense leading the buckets here for the Lady Titans. Erford comes away with the steal. She passes it up to Micah Aldrich, who can't get the shot. The offensive board comes out to Brinkman, who buries the triple. OG comes back to win 46-40. Kaufman with 12 points, leading the way.
We'll wrap up our basketball games with some college hoops as the Findlay men's basketball team welcomes in the Point Park Pioneers in exhibition action. First half, Findlay grad Max Ralph finds Marion local grad Nathan Bruns, and the senior lays it up and in for two. Oilers with a 5-4 lead. Then it's Joey Edmonds dishing it out to Bruns, and Bruns flashes the 3 on the board. Home team takes an 8-4 lead. Later, it's Edmonds attacking the rim. He gets the hoop and the harm on this play. UF will take an 11-8 lead after the 3-point play. And here's a familiar face on Hoops Friday night. Lima senior grad Khalil Lester pulls up and hits the J. Finley wins this game, 80-66. Checking out some scores from the Shelby County League, Houston takes down Fairlawn, 46-37. Jackson Center edges out Russia, 42-41. The Ada Bulldogs open up their season with a 60-47 dub on the road. St. Mary's topples New Knoxville, 81-42 at home.
Listen, the weather's going to be nice tomorrow. I heard there's a big game, and I'm not talking Ohio State, Michigan, but we're not going to pick sides there, right? We know it from Michigan, but we're covering Ohio State. Tony, day 2 of the Elida tip-off.
Elida versus Shawnee is going to be a great matchup.
It's going to be great. Make sure you tune in next week as well. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in, as always.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.